St. Louis man will spend the next 7 years in prison for his role in a shooting at a North City gas station that left one man dead. 5 News 5's Holden Kowicki joins us live outside the civil courts building to explain why the victim's family is pushing back on the plea agreement that a judge agreed to today. Holden.
Well, Kelly and Mike, Travell Warren told the court today that he was simply trying to disarm John Christmas and de-escalate a situation when Christmas was shot and killed. However, members of Christmas's family say they're not buying it. And they told me they're frustrated with the city prosecutor's office for cutting a plea deal without their consent. To his friends and family, John Christmas will always be remembered the same way.
My brother was a very loving person, a very industrial person, and a very outgoing person, and he is going to be sorely missed.
June 2nd, Christmas was killed after being shot at this North St. Louis gas station.
He was in a conversation going back and forth with one of the people that worked at the station when the defendant came up behind him, pulled the gun out of his waistband. They began to wrestle over the weapon. My brother ended up being shot in the groin and bled to death on the scene.
Travell Warren, the suspect in the case, was initially charged with second-degree murder, first-degree robbery, and multiple counts of armed criminal action for Christmas's death.
He had just gotten out of jail and he was on bond for 2 counts of unlawful possession of a weapon. So he was already well aware that he had no business being in possession of any weapons. He also was a prior convicted felon.
That's why Gerald Christmas, a former senior prosecutor in the circuit attorney's office, says he was shocked to hear Warren was given a plea deal for just 7 years in prison for involuntary manslaughter and weapons charges.
And I've never seen a situation where a defendant accused of a homicide with prior convictions and a case pending has been given a layup, a sweetheart deal like this. I've never seen this happen.
In a statement, St. Louis prosecuting attorney Gabe Gore said in part, "Based on conversations with Mr. Christmas's family, we understand that they would have liked to have seen Mr. Warren receive a longer sentence," adding that based on the facts and law, the plea agreement was an appropriate resolution of this case.
If I had been the prosecutor on this case, I would have gotten a conviction for what he was charged with.
The Christmas family tells me they plan to continue their opposition to the plea deal in this case. They are currently in the process of filing a wrongful death suit against both Warren and the owners of the gas station where that shooting took place.